Hey you guys, what's up? It's Vikeejeah and I am here with my February favorites. Okay, so another month and I decided that this is going to stick. We have quite a bit to discuss, most of which are going to be tools and samples. I didn't do a lot of shopping, which is like surprise, surprise, right? But no, I didn't do a lot of shopping this time around. I mostly tried products over the past month. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing for my favorites I am currently wearing right now, and it is the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced in the color Sand. I am wearing this as my highlight, and I have been wearing this as my highlight for the entire month. It is a foundation, as I said, it is not a concealer, but the color, which I received as like a, I don't know, like a deluxe sample thing from Sephora, it is very kind of like, it's an interesting consistency. It's kind of sticky, like gummy, I think I would say. It's just got this really interesting feel to it when you spread it out, and it's super opaque because it's a full coverage foundation, but it's supposed to make you look like, you know, you were born flawless. I actually like the color. I thought it was a little neutral at first, but it's, you know, it's grown on me, and I put my mineralized skin finish over top the rest of my face so it just warms it up just enough to be an ideal highlight. Would I buy the full size to use as a concealer? I'm not entirely sure yet, but the more I use it, the more I like it. So who knows, by my March favorites, it may very well be that. For primers, I have gone back to an oldie but a goodie. Now, I was using the Miss Jessie eyeshadow primer, but I have actually, you know, just fallen back in love with the eyeshadow primer. I believe this is the original potion. Yep. It just gets the job done. It's no wonder why this is a favorite for so many beauty gurus, or even just, you know, makeup enthusiasts on YouTube and beyond, is because it's great. I'm wearing it under my eyeshadows today. It's creaseless. It is just like a nice veil over the eyes for your eyeshadows, and it's really easy to use. Now, I don't know if I covered this in the last video, but I'm definitely going to talk about it because this is like, I want to say between this and Makeup Forever's Fix It setting spray, Smashbox Primer Water is cute. It is. It's nice. This though, for oily girls, this is it. And you can try any drugstore setting spray you want, girls. This is it. Right here. Take your butt to Sephora. They have the travel size you can get for under $20, or you can go ahead, because you know you want to, and you can just go ahead and grab this. This is about 30 bucks for the full size. It has lasted me a really long time. I want to say months, seriously. So, you know, it's worth its weight in gold or bills. I took back the Sephora bronzer. It was just too light for me. And I went ahead, per the suggestion of Makeup Doll, and got the Bobbi Brown bronzer. This is bae. This is so good. I don't even like, what the hell? Where have I been? It's expensive. And I was reluctant. I said, all right, well, I'm exchanging it, so I'm not exactly paying full price. Maybe kind of, sort of. Can I rationalize that? But this is so good. You can use this in lieu of contouring. It's really, this is the color Deep 4. And here's what it looks like. Comes with a mirror. And I used it today on top of my contour. It is so awesome. Beautiful for women of my complexion, or even a little bit deeper, to warm up the skin. It's fantastic. Speaking of things that are the bomb, my new best friends are my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight and contour powders. This is Banana and this is Carob. And I talked about these in my Macy's haul video. I picked these up when I picked up the lip glosses, and I picked up the Bobbi Brown foundation stick as my contour. These are buttery. Like, they just I don't get any flashback from the banana colored highlight powder, and this is super deep. Like, you need a light hand when you use this powder right here, because you can really run the risk of adding too much. So I just want to caution you guys to use this very sparingly, because it's very pigmented, it's super blendable, and it will get the job done. I want to say that my complexion, or several shades deeper, can use Carob. So if you're curious about contouring as a darker skinned woman, I would highly recommend this powder to try. You can use it alone. You don't even have to set a liquid contour with it. You can use it by itself, which is what I've been doing lately. So in my last video, favorites video, I talked about my pointed foundation brush from Japanesque, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a few more brushes. I'm about my tools. Anybody knows me, I'm about my tools. So I'm going to talk to you guys. Actually, I talked to you about this brush already, so I'm going to put it away. But I need to talk to you about these 3 brushes. This is another Japanesque brush, which I picked up from Ulta, and it is a crease brush, cut crease brush specifically. Number 836. Again, I have no idea what these numbers mean. The brush is called a cut crease blending brush, and it is a stiff. I used it today in my crease. It really gets the job done. It's quite fantastic. It's stiff, but the bristles, it tapers slightly. If you can see this. Actually, let me do it like that. There we go. It tapers in slightly, but it's very fluffy and stiff at the same time. So it really gets in. It tucks right in. It even tucks into, like, see where my socket is right there? It really tucks in no matter if you have hooded eyes or not. And it blends out perfectly. I even use it a little bit on my lower lash line. It's really my favorite blending brush. I used to really love my fluffy one from Luxie, but this is really like, this is what you need. And I think if you have this plus one more brush, maybe just like a flat shader brush, you can do an entire eye look. All right, so next up is my MVP Holy Grail favorite brush of life. Nothing is better than this brush for all over powder. It's the all over powder brush, number 61 from Sephora Pro. Now, the baby is freshly washed. I have not used it in a little bit, actually. It's so soft. It feels like your face is being buffed with, I don't know, I wouldn't say mink bristles, it's not that soft, but just, it's densely packed, and you can do like stippling motions to get your powder on, or you can buff it in. With a light hand, you can buff it in and it gives you an airbrush finish. It even, and this is what I really love about it, it fits perfectly into your socket, into your eye socket. So you can actually set your concealer. If you have concealer on the under eye and you have set your eye with concealer, you can actually set them at the same time, which I think is so freaking cool. I use it for powder. I also have in the past used this as a foundation brush. And it was with a serum based foundation, just so you know. You don't want to use anything heavier than that or it'll get stuck in there. But you want to talk about getting the job done, honey. It's a multi-purpose brush, you guys. It is not a cheap brush, but it is multifunctional. And again, I think if you want to like narrow down brush options, or you know, invest in some brushes that are going to be multi-purpose, this is a great one to do that with. Number 61 from Sephora Pro. Another great brush for very lightweight foundations, the number 53, and this is actually the full coverage airbrush, number 53 from Sephora Pro. This looks an awful lot like the one from e.l.f. They have a cute little all over fan brush kind of, you know, it looks just like this. It is a knockoff of this, I will like, that's what it is. And I actually had it, I got it, it was $3, and it was very scratchy. And it was not as densely packed as this brush is. So, even though e.l.f. brushes are really great, I would say that this is worth the investment. I use this with my Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, which is a very lightweight foundation that is almost pure pigment. The way that you can kind of fan the product on and then also buff it out and also sweep into all your corners, here, even like getting over here and just, you know, dusting around the hairline and such. It's such a great task manager. I am in love with this brush, and it just looks like a glorified fan brush, right? But you have to try it. They have a bigger one for body, but you know, if you want to get your face done faster, you can get the bigger version. I think it's called 53XL or 54 or something like that. But this is perfectly fine for me. I can, with my 4 drops that I put on my face of the Remarkable, I can have my face finished in less than 2 minutes. And that's with obsessive buffing. So, the number 53 from Sephora Pro is another absolute favorite of mine. So I talked about ColourPop last month as a favorite of mine for liquid lipsticks, and this month it's Anastasia Beverly Hills. These are my first 2 babies from the liquid lipsticks. And this one is American Doll, and this one is Vintage. I'm actually wearing Vintage underneath all of this. This is like a cocktail of lippies. Crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch these 2 for you so you can see how they look on their own. So here we are, American Doll and Vintage. I actually swatched Vintage for you guys while I was wearing this jacket, and I was like, oh my god, it totally matches. And it does. It's very close. It's a purple that's kind of neutralized with gray almost. It's still very purple, you know, but American Doll is a universally flattering blue-red, which I think reads a little bit warm, just slightly, once you have it on. It's like a bold red, and I love a bold red. I recently did a makeup tutorial where I made American Doll the center, the focal point of the entire look. So these are really, really comfortable. Like, they're not transfer resistant, but they are very long wearing and they are very comfortable, which I love. I'm starting to kind of get away from the need for my lip color to be transfer resistant. I just carry it with me and just, you know, reapply if need be. So these are my first 2 Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks, and I hope to get many more. Sepia is next on my list along with Potion, so you'll probably be seeing more of these in my favorites. And next up is the IT Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. I believe this is called a mascara primer. Yep, full lash length black primer with peptide enhancing serum. That's really cute. It is a fantastic lower lash mascara. It gives you hair, like, it just kind of amplifies your natural lashes so that you can see them after you've done your entire eye look. It looks amazing. I used it in my last makeup tutorial. And what's really cool about it is you would think that this part was the handle, but it's not. I love the packaging. So this, you have a look at that. It looks like there's nothing there, but it's actually like almost like a corkscrew. And it just, it does the best job that I've seen in a long time on my lower lashes for giving you a very natural hair-like appearance to your lashes. Right now I'm doing something a little more dramatic on my lower eyes, my lower eyelashes with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. But the Tightline Mascara gives you a very natural lash look to your lower lashes, which I really like for every day. And then for everyday use, this has been my favorite for a really long time, and I haven't talked about it yet, so I'm going to talk about it right now. It is a NARS lip gloss, and this is in the color 60s Fan. It is a really pretty purple that I love to wear for every day. You can see that little, you know, it has quite a bit of color actually. And as it wears throughout the day, the color stays when the gloss leaves. So you're left with just this little bit of stain. And it lasts for about maybe 3 to 4 hours before you need to reapply. It's really comfortable and non-sticky, which is something I really love about NARS lip glosses. So if you're in the market for a nice high-end lip gloss, I would highly recommend trying the NARS one. Chelsea's Girl is a really popular one for fairer skin. I think for darker skin, you want to lean more towards like, you know, deeper pinks or sort of brownie nudes. For me though, this is like my favorite every day because I like a purple lip. I just do. And so my final favorite item is a hair care item, and it is from Qhemet Biologics. It's the softening serum with castor and moringa oil. And this is for dry, coarse hair. I did use it today. I did a video where I sort of showed you guys how I do my hair when I go to detangle it and then when I go to moisturize it after I've washed it. And I use this serum every time I moisturize my hair because it locks in the heavy cream that I use beforehand. And also throughout the week, if I am looking to just kind of refresh my fro, I will mist my hair with water and then I will seal the water in with this. Every time I go to moisturize my hair, I seal it in with an oil. Lately, it has been this oil, the softening serum, which has castor oil in it. It's fantastic for retaining moisture, and it helps with hair growth. It helps promote hair growth. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my favorites for the month of February. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to subscribe because I post 3 times a week on my channel, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you'll see a lot more of me. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.